What's up, guys? Well, let's talk a little betting. Finally, it's been a while, man. Finally something on the board. We're talking about. We're playing. Finally a good fight. All right. I've been looking forward to this fight for a while. I actually bet this fight shortly after the odds were released. Actually cashed out a while back, and I'm glad I did because the odds are even better now. And that is for this Vergil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin fight. Guys, the odds in this fight are ridiculous. They're out of control. They're way off. All right. This is an easy fight to bet, in my opinion. It is worth the risk. All right. As I do this video, you can get a whopping plus 600 on Erickson Lubin. You know, a long time 54 pounder, one of the best in the world at the weight. In his prime now, experienced at 30 years old. You know, going up against a guy who has fought most of his career at welterweight, and he is being overrated at 154 in Vergil Ortiz. Guys, I thought I was getting a deal at plus 475 on ESPN Bet when the odds were released months ago. You know, I thought that was a deal. Plus 600, man, at Caesars. I locked that shit in, guys. And the odds are so good. The odds make us actually favoring Vergil to stop Erickson Lubin, which I'm not expecting to happen. Again, Vergil Ortiz, his two stoppers at 54 were against welterweights. You know, the two legit 54 pounds that he fought, he did not stop. Hell, I didn't even think he beat those guys. I have not seen him beat a legit 54 pounder yet. All right. They favoring Vergil to stop Erickson Lubin, man. And even though Lubin has been stopped twice in his career, I think his only two losses he was stopped. Guys, that Charlo stoppage, that first round knockout, that was a long time ago, all right, and he was a rookie. 2017, I think he was probably 22 at the time or something like that. He made a rookie mistake. He had his hands down in the pocket against a puncher with his head leaning over, and he got clipped legally and got stopped, all right. That was a big rookie mistake. He just gave his chin and his head to Charlo to knock out, all right. I'm not going to hold that against him. Also, I'm not going to hold against him the Fundura fight. Fundura with those big advantages, man, and the height and the reach and all that. That's a tall task to overcome, and not like he was knocked out cold either. His face was swollen up terribly. He was disfigured, but he was still on his feet. He still could have fought. His corner stopped the fight, which it was right to stop the fight. It probably should have got stopped sooner than it did. But he fought Fundura tough, man. He been fighting these guys at 54 guys with size advantages on him, and he's been fighting well and beating these guys, man. He may be the bigger guy in this fight, because height-wise, they seem to be pretty much the same. He's gonna have a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight, but after he rehydrates, will he come in as the bigger man? It's possible. We don't know. We have to see when the fight starts. But I would assume he would be naturally bigger because Vergil fought at 47, and I don't think Lubin fought at 47. If he did, he probably was a teenager or some shit, all right? And it was a long time ago. So, I'm expecting him to be naturally bigger, but even if not, he has a 4-inch reach advantage. I'm pretty sure he's looking at this fight and wanting this fight because Vergil was a long time welterweight. He has a reach advantage in this fight. Vergil's style is predictable, coming forward on the front foot, heavy, throwing bombs and shit, man. I think Lubin's going to try to outbox him on the back foot, man. He's going to use his footwork. He's going to use his boxing skill, man. I don't think he's going to be looking to have a war with Vergil. I think there will be times where he will bang with him, but I think for the most part, I think he's going to use footwork, spacing, keep his guy on the outside, throw punches and, you know, volume, and go upstairs, downstairs, and try to put it on Vergil that way. Now, I think it would be difficult for him to get a decision in Texas, you know, on a Golden Boy show. I don't see him winning by decision. So that's why this fight is easy to bet, guys. I'm not expecting Vergil to stop Erickson Lubin. I think if Vergil wins, it will be by decision. You know, and with them favoring Vergil to win by knockout, and the bettors have made it even bigger, I grab Vergil by decision at a plus 200 as a hedge. You know, my main bet is Lubin to win, simply on the money line. But you know, if this fight goes to the scorecards, which you know, I think there is a good chance of that happening. You know, either guy could get a stoppage, but you know, I don't see Vergil stopping Lubin, man. I just don't. You know, if Vergil wins this fight, I think it will be by decision. They're giving a plus 200. That's an easy hedge, and I'm not a hedge better. But if you're gonna give me a plus 200 on what I think will happen if Lubin don't win, I gotta take it. All right, and that's basically giving me a free bet on Lubin. If Vergil was to win by decision, I'll give him money back. You know, so that's the way I played it, guys. I played Lubin to win simply on the money line at plus 600. The odds are way too good, and I put some money on Vergil to win by decision at a plus 200. I also played the draw. All right. For the most part, it's around a plus 2,000. I think FanDuel plus 1,900. ESPN Bet had plus 2,000, but DraftKings is giving it at a plus 2,200. All right. That's the best line I'm seeing for it out there. So, you know, if this fight goes to a decision, and Lubin should get the decision, but somehow, some way, they don't give it to him, you know, and they rule it a draw, you know, plus 2,200, small money. It won't take up, you know, much to make some money. All right. So, really, that's it, guys. It's a quick video for me. This fight is easy to bet, man. The odds are too good. You know, if you want to make Lubin underdog, he should not be, man. He shouldn't even be as high as a plus 300, in my opinion. Plus 300 would be a deal. You know, in the plus 200 range at the most, in my opinion. You know, and it probably shouldn't even be a plus 200. All right. You know, and they you know, minus 1,000 on Vergil. They think he's gonna stop Lubin. I don't see it, guys. I don't. He got to show me, man. I have not seen him stop a legit 54-pounder yet. All right, and Lubin is tough. You know, I don't see him blowing out Lubin or stopping him. If he does, it'll be impressive, and I'll give Vergil credit if he's legit. I also saw some odds on FanDuel, some specials, man. But you know, FanDuel, I'm having problems with their app. They have limited me, but they giving crazy odds for, you know, Vergil to be knocked down rounds 1 through 6, 1 through 3, 7, 8, 9, and for him simply to be knocked down was like a plus 520. So if you guys have FanDuel and want to take advantage of some specials, there might be something you might want to look at, man. Because Vergil, we saw him get dropped twice against Boychuk. You know, Lubin has a punch, man. Those are good odds, man. So, really, I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. Good luck to you if you bet this fight. And I'll check in with you guys soon. Thanks for watching.